The Constitution only applies to U.S. citizens and to people who are over the age of 18. Instead, minors are under the authority of their parents. So, as long as the parents are okay with the drug test, students will be drug tested. However, the drug testing, like my partner said, is not a way to incriminate the students. It is only a tactic to deter the students from ever using drugs. When students are using drugs, not only do they deform their bodies, but they also add harmful chemical substances into their bodies. If students continue, and using drugs is breaking a law. If students are encouraged to break one law, what is stopping them from breaking any other law? The drug test is a simple procedure that causes no pain or suffering. It's a simple process that takes around 10 minutes to complete. The negative side said that the drug testing are very expensive, but there are more than one way to test for drugs. The one I found was the urine drug testing. It is when a student gives a sample of their urine and a professional dips a certain strip into the urine. After a few minutes, the strip will turn into a different color, indicating if the students have been taking any kind of illegal substances. For students who test positive on the first test, they will be given a second chance to clear the results of the first test. However, for students who test positive to both tests, will be labeled a drug user. For the first offense, students will be subjected to a fine of $150 and a week's suspension from school. On the second offense, students will be subjected to a fine of $250 and an indefinite suspension, meaning suspension without a definite end. For the third offense, students will be subjected to a fine of $500 or more and an indefinite suspension or possibly an expulsion from the school district. The reasons for these punitive acts are to discourage students from using illegal drugs. Are drugs worth the risk of a few $100s and the risk of expulsion? Schools who have adopted these policies are experiencing great success. In six Palm Beach County high schools, drug testing is required for any students in scholastic activities. 50 students are tested randomly each year, and however, some students are protesting these ideas. But these students are silenced because the results speak for themselves. Before initiating the test, 16% of the whole school population said they use drugs regularly. The result afterwards are that only 2% to 3% use drugs regularly. This is a drastic decrease due to the drug program. These 6 schools were able to deter the students from using drugs. After 1 year, students reported that many felt more comfortable, that the temptation of drugs have been diminished and feel more comfortable at school. Another positive outcome from these drug testing were that the 6 schools of Palm Beach County high schools are achieving greater academic success. The practicality of instituting these programs at Pennsylvania public schools are very high. The funds from the program can come from students as a mere high school due in the beginning of the year. The program of the urine drug testing costs around $8 to $15. With $8 to $15, Pennsylvania schools can help reduce the amount of drugs in Pennsylvania and make schools a more comfortable place to be in. Schools should be a drug-free zone where students can study and focus on studies and on friends. Thank you.